Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. In today's episode, we're going to have a look at a relatively new component of the United States federal law enforcement organization. Now, recently, most people were able to observe the home of Sean Puffy Combs being raided by a law enforcement entity. Most of the media were reporting that agents of Homeland Security raided the home of Sean Puffy Combs. Many folks believe that they are FBI agents or some other law enforcement entity operating under the guise of Homeland Security. Well, this organization, the Homeland Security Investigations, is its own entity. Just like the FBI, it has full autonomy in operations. Now, it originally, prior to 2010, there was an organization called the ICE Office of Investigation, Immigration and Customs Enforcement Office of Investigations, or OI. And this is how federal bureaucracy expands, changes, and gets bigger. So the Office of Investigations assigned to or under the purview of ICE, Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, essentially became a very powerful element within Homeland Security. Obviously, it took on the name Homeland Security and Investigations. It's approximately a 10,000 personnel in strength that has over 6,000 special agents. Obviously, a special agent in terms of federal law enforcement can be FBI, ATF, DEA. But again, this is essentially a standalone organization that is within the realm of Homeland Security, but the organization's official title is Homeland Security and Investigations. Now, this organization has a very broad and wide reach. The HSI is the primary investigative arm of the Department of Homeland Security and consists of more than 10,300 employees who are assigned to over 210 cities throughout the U.S. and 80 international offices. Approximately 7,100 plus special agents, criminal investigators, are included among the over 10,300 HSI employees, making it the second largest investigative service in the United States, behind the Federal Bureau of Investigations. HSI special agents investigate violations of more than 400 U.S. laws that threaten the national security of the United States, such as counterproliferation, counterterrorism, human smuggling and trafficking. Sean Puffy Combs, well, in his case, in all probability, they were there to extract damaging video evidence of possible political leaders in the United States. Counterterrorism, human smuggling, trafficking, weapons smuggling, and export enforcement. Narcotic smuggling and trafficking, document and benefit fraud, the manufacturing, sale, and use of counterfeit immigration and identity documents, human rights violations, transnational gang activity, financial crimes, including money laundering. And what's interesting is the HSI agents can be requested to provide security for VIPs. What's a VIP? Well, it's a very important person. and also augment the U.S. Secret Service during overtaxed times such as special security events and, yep, you guessed it, elections. So they protect VIPs. They are a fairly shadowy organization that is not often talked about. It is interesting that they were used specifically for this operation to raid the home of Mr. Combs. And I don't want to get too far into that, but let's face it. Let's acknowledge that Hollywood is full of debauchery to the extreme. Do you really believe that Homeland Security and Investigations, which is also tasked with the protection of certain quote-unquote VIPs, was really there to engage in the enforcement of countering Hollywood debauchery? Or is it possible they were there for other reasons? Anyway, do your own research, check it out. It's very important as a U.S. citizen you are aware of the ever-growing and expanding arm of federal law enforcement. Have a good day.